there, it's Michael J. We're going back in time, it's retro time, and we're going back to when I took a hold of my dad's Super 8 movie camera and started making movies with it. Movies that had stories, scripts, actors, production value. Now, this particular combination I edited together with an actual editing machine, reel to reel, back in the early 1990s when I wanted to transfer all of our old home movies onto VHS. And we didn't have a lot of home movies for the 1980s. What we had was what my brother and I had made with the movie camera. And in fact, about that time in the 1980s, I got a new camera of my own that was much better because I had used my father's camera to death, probably dropped it and broke it at somewhere. I think it was actually taped together a little bit. But so this is what you're going to see was done with the new camera, and there's a little bit of animation in there. I did a lot of stop motion animation, and there are my takes on films like King Kong and Charlie Chaplin's The Kid, and you'll see a lot of my friends from high school. A lot of these films that are in this particular package, I was 15 years old during this time, so I was a sophomore in high school. And they're kind of fun. These aren't the whole films, they're sort of the best little parts of them, because overall I don't know if they were that good to watch, you know, looking back on it now. At the time we thought they were great, but this is gives you a taste of what I was doing as a 15-year-old kid in small-town America. Here we go. Here's a few things I did with animation to start out with here. Now we get into the story films, and this one is called Deathbound, and it was about two ladies riding on a train, and there was a mysterious killer played by myself on the train, and there wasn't a lot more to it than that, so I just gave you the general gist of it with a few clips. This was our comedy version of a Raiders of the Lost Ark type of movie, and there's a lot of high school friends in this. That's my friend Joe Hudson. He moved away at my sophomore year, so then we must have been freshmen at the time this was made. This icon you see is what I used for the beginning of most of my films. This is our try at a thriller called Satan's House. This is Jackson Films' favorite Kim Sullivan starring in this, and she has to deal with this possessed house and a preteen killer played by my brother. Now we have the further adventures of my obsession with King Kong. And I was obsessed with Charlie Chaplin. Even though I had barely seen any of his work, I was fascinated by him, and I made this film, shot it on black and white film stock, and made my own version of Charlie Chaplin's The Kid. It doesn't actually follow a whole lot of the original Kid film plot, but it's similar, and I include things like the Keystone Cops into it, and also Charlie Chaplin walking down the railroad tracks at the end of the film like he might have done in a real Charlie Chaplin film. Ah, those were the days. Thanks for watching.